Do I honestly have a reason to dislike Nu-13?
Well, I do.
But all jokes aside, I am one of the very few people who are vocal about how much I kinda don't like Nu all that much. I made a video that was nearly an hour long trying to rewrite her character to be more favorable in my eyes. I made my BlazBlue waifu video and put her in one of the worst categories. And on top of that, I was even talking about my Prime Field video and even said I didn't like her that much there. And I just kept thinking to myself, why I don't like Nu? I've said it multiple times, but I want to get real deep into why I don't like her. But I'm trying to boil it down the best way I can without making this video way too long. So, the thing about Nu is that where everyone else, they think they either freaking, treat her like, they pretty much love her yandere tendencies, or treat her like she's some kind of cinnamon roll. And I'm just looking at from the outside thinking, how in the hell? Like, yandere characters are something that's already weird to talk about in the first place. And, they have their own appeal. And, I could get that. But, like, I'm starting to think she's not even, like, that good of one. Like, it's not she's not that good of one. It's just, usually yandere characters have more substance. The good ones, at least, have more substance than that. Nu just likes Ragna because of Saya. And that's, well, I mean, Saya's feelings get all messed up in there. That's pretty much it. And I'm thinking, okay, that's not really good of a reason. And there's people who treat it like a cinnamon roll. I'm thinking, how the hell do you treat that like a cinnamon roll? Maybe because of design, but there is no way in hell Nu's even close to one. You want a cinnamon roll, you get Lambda. But the point is, yeah, Nu is, I swear to God, like, I just don't like her. Like, she's like, I gave Platinum leeway, for being annoying, because Platinum at least felt like, by design, she was supposed to be annoying. And, I could get that. Tsubaki was annoying, but I got over that years ago, because there's no way she was going to change. But Nu is just annoying from, like, the get-go. Like, Calamity Trigger, she was fine. Completely fine. She was a new antagonist. She was, like, brand new at the time. She was mysterious. She was badass. She had a great design. No problem. Then she dies. Okay, then Continuum Shift. Lambda replaces her. And, Nu's still, moving around in there, and they had an emotional death scene in Continuum Shift 2. Oh, Continuum Shift. I keep saying Continuum Shift 2. Still Continuum Shift. But the point is, emotional death scene, she's gone. Then she comes back in Chronophantasma. Okay. Maybe she turned around. Nope. She didn't turn around. She's still the same as she was in Calamity Trigger. The thing about Nu is that she changes for the worst, right? Honestly. In Central Fiction, she's more emotional now. Well, okay, let's go back to Chronophantasma, because she's now talking, after absorbing Noelle, but not absorbing Noelle, like, basically, taking her role as the successor to the Asher and summoning the freaking Amaterasu down, she started talking, actually, straight up have a whole conversation with Ragna while going, Ragna, I love you, Ragna, I want to kill you, all that crap. She was able to have an actual conversation with Ragna. But the problem is, like, Nu just goes back on her crap, and it's just like she doesn't change. Like, when she changes, she doesn't change. Like, she doesn't develop. I can't really. Can you call that character development when she changes and then she constantly gets worse as it goes on? Like, she's pretty much like the same as she was in Calamity Trigger. And that's not a bad thing, but you figure, hell, dying twice would have changed you somehow. But no, she's back on her crap again. I feel as though she shouldn't have been brought back in Chronophantasma at all. I personally don't believe that, because, she has plot importance to the end anyway. At least, like, she's just been used as a fancy toy all the series. And that could have been great. That could have been a parallel to, Tsubaki. Tsubaki's pretty much been used as a freaking tool the whole series. And you know what? Maybe wouldn't have come around, but she would probably have some inner monologue and inner thoughts about it. But nope. She's just a puppet. And, she never even done come around. Like, really. Like, she is so... I don't want to say she's a terrible character, because I don't like calling everybody... I don't like calling a bunch of people terrible characters, because I'm not the one to judge, I'm not the best person to, rip on characters, really. I'm not the best person, because Most of the time, I just overblow it. I overblow it just to, just to get conversation out there. But Nu is so pointless in the current era of BlazBlue. Like from Chronophantasma onwards. She was plotting for him in Chronophantasma, but her as a character doesn't do anything. I mean, the one main factor, and the only thing she's been since Calamity Trigger was a big murder robot. That's it. That's all she is. And that really wasn't, that wouldn't be a bad thing if she, was more of a character. Like, and I mean, I'm not a yandere. A yandere is not a character trait. I mean, that is not a character. Yeah, Nu is nuts, but is that it? Rodney said the whole thing's like, yeah, that's a cry for help and crap like that. But Nu's all like, no, that would be a great plot point. Hell, even, translate over a little bit well in essential fiction. And that would have been great if Nu herself, started, thinking about it more. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Steven Universe, but there was a character recently in a recent movie, and, spoiler alerts, the character was, kind of crazy. She went nuts. And, but she came around, after, being shown love and friendship and all that crap. And I'm not saying BlazBlue should, you keep indulging into that, but I felt as though Nu could learn about, actual love than the crazy love that she's always been into. She likes Ragna because of Saya's memories, messing up in there. But I felt as though Nu has only been pushed by the plot and not being her own character. Like, Nu doesn't do anything on her own. The one thing I can remember her doing on her own, and I'm not counting Lambda, the whole sacrifice, but maybe that was her jumping out, saving Ragnar. That was great. That was great right there, because it was not a good resolution to her character, but it showed that she actually can act on her own and not just be some grand important thing like, oh no, I have to go kill Rob, become the Black Beast. That's something she does on her own, but it's not like that's all she wants to do. Like, she actually generally saved Ragnar in Continuum Shift, and that would have been great if she just ended there. But she came back in Chronophantasma. She didn't need to come back. She dodged death twice, and I'm thinking, okay, she avoided death twice. Okay, what are you gonna do with her? Is she gonna develop as a character? Because dying twice like that is messed up. Maybe she would change from that. Maybe she'd be different. Maybe she'd be more cynical than she usually is. Maybe she just... No, dude. And I don't even get why she came back. Like, it was like her being all yandere, and her being, being funny, telling Ragnar, all this sexual innuendo, and back in Calamity Trigger was cute. But now it's just got old, especially, it's I can't count Calamity on Continuum Shift because, Nu is kind of a weird case in there because she's dead, but she's Lambda. I mean, technically Lambda is just the body, It's kind of weird to talk about because at the same time you're talking about Lambda because you could be talking about Nu because Nu's soul's in there, or you could be talking about Lambda, but I'm not going to get the Continuum Shift. That's a different thing. The only thing that matters in Continuum Shift is the true ending regarding Nu. And it's just, she just came back. Okay, she came back. Why? Maybe they just had sprites they didn't want to reuse. I don't know. Maybe Mori wanted her back for, waifu's sake. I don't know. And I frankly do not care. I just am so sick of seeing Nu. I'm so sick of her. I give Tsubaki crap. I give Platinum crap. But I swear to God, Nu is she just doesn't stop. She doesn't, the only thing I got out of this, for anything that I like about Nu, is her design, which I still enjoy. She was the very first BlazBlue character I've ever saw in the series. Literally. The very first character. She's the reason I discovered BlazBlue in the first place. For the first time I saw her. And I was like, man, this character looks cool. I gotta see more about her. And then I started playing the games. I was like, okay, I played through Calamity Trigger, played through Continuum Shift. It was great send off to her character. Came back in Chronophantasma. She came back for plot reasons, but she didn't need to be there. By all accounts, She didn't need to be there. I mean, yeah, they had to use Nu, for the whole, copying Noel's powers technically and summoning the, this Amaterasu down. But you guys could have easily written around that. Hell, y'all could have freaking made Noel not fully control her Kusanagi powers, and then she, in a moment of weakness, gave in and summoned the Amaterasu. Something like that, man. Like something like that. Anything but just having Nu around. Like. It's not like the whole yandere thing was cute at first, but the thing about it is just Nu just never shuts up. It's the same thing every time. Every time. It's like Jin. It's like Tsubaki with Jin. It's just Nu with Ragna, right? Or just talk about BlazBlue Plot crap. And like and the very few times she actually talks, I guess it's supposed to be built to be, unsettling because hey, you never hear Tsubaki. You never hear Nu talk in normal converse like talk normally instead of either going robo or just being high pitched and shrill talking about Ragna. And that is unsettling in its own way, but it just doesn't stop, dude. You know what? I feel I can feel for Nu on a certain level, created freaking a clone, but even their backstory is played up more than Tsubaki's was. I can understand that, but like Nu just, it's like she's like a fly that you keep trying to swat away and it keeps coming back. She just doesn't stop. She doesn't stop. Like I just been annoyed with her since not Continuum Shift, like Chronophantasma. Like I didn't like her all that much. Anyway, I mean, I did like her in Calamity Trigger because I dealt with her then, but like, it just doesn't stop. And even cross tag battle, cross tag battle, right? Holy hell! Like, most of her dialogue is just Robo speak anyway or Ragna, and I understand that. Hell, in these crossover games, they're more normal aspects of the characters we know of are played up more, like how freaking Tsubaki literally, most of her dialogue is just as that. That's something people know her of, and that's been played up to high hell in cross tag. And it even got to the point where Hosman's like, what, shut up, I don't want to be around this garbage, I'm tired of hearing this. And I was like, finally, someone just, like, people either shield Nu to hell, or I don't hear anyone, I barely hear anyone say anything negative about Nu. And I'm thinking, how? Do you guys just look at it from a design standpoint, or do you actually know of her character? And even then, I think people just like yandere characters in general. That's not. Some are good, most of them are not, but some of them are good. But like, she's like the Yuno Gasai's worse, because Yuno Gasai is not even a good character. She's just insane, and that's like her whole. She's insane and likes the main character, and that's literally all she is. Just like Nu. That's all there is to her. There's supposed to be like some traits of, hey, she doesn't want to do all this, but we don't get nothing of that. We just get some offhand comments about Ragna, and get offhand comments from Ragna, but it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, you figured, hey, in Central Fiction, Ragna can finally, get to her, right? Problem is that the whole thing in Central Fiction isn't, like, in the arcade mode, it didn't happen, so it's not canon. So yeah, all that crap Ragna's going on. Like, I'm gonna save you, Nu. In Central Fiction, nope. I mean, it's arcade modes are kind of iffy anyway. But I like to say, if it didn't happen in the main story, or just said, or even referenced to, it's not canon. That's why I personally believe. And the one time we do see Nu go against Ragna, we see him fight, but doesn't really go anywhere. And Hakumen's the one who takes her down, makes, all that crap, and then she goes overload. That's it. That's all we get. Most we get her collecting a Nox. And I'm thinking, okay, that's it. She just goes to catatonic state. I thought, okay, even though the lifelink plot point was, practically useless in Ragna and Nu's case, even though it had an excuse like, oh no, you can't kill me. Like, even though she died twice and Ragna stayed alive, but whatever. Lifelink my ass. Yeah, I figured, okay, maybe she went catatonic. because, you know, Ragnar was gone. You know, he was gone from this mortal realm, and now he's pretty much become God now, and Nu, you know, the lifelink is messing with her in some weird way, but no, it's because Hakumen beat the hell out of her. Or, no, she went because she went, you know, overload or whatever. And, okay. Like, that's the send-off to her character? Like, that's it? That's all we get? She gets the bad ending? Like, the thing about, like, Nu is that, like, you know what, I wouldn't mind her being just, you know, the tragic character. And, you know, she kind of is, but she's not much of a character herself for me to sympathize with her tragedy. You know? Take, for example, someone like Ragnar. Ragnar's life sucks, but he's a good enough character. He's actually a very good character. He's so good that I can understand his pain, and his pain is part of who he is and makes him a great character. You know? And his actions. You know, just because you have a sad backstory, as I said before, just because you have a sad backstory doesn't make you a good character. It's your actions and how you act and what you do makes you the character you are. And, you know, backstory becomes a part of that, but it's supposed to be like a stepping point, not just, you know, the entirety of the story, you know? If someone was like a slave, right, you know, they couldn't necessarily be like a character. I mean, it's like a torture story, you know? The character could be a slave, right, and constantly getting tortured every day of their lives, but that's all we see. Do they have a character of their own? They don't. Then what's the point? You know, it becomes torture after a while, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to. You know, what's the point at this point? Just to watch the character get tortured. You know, Ragnar goes through the same thing too. He's not, you know, an actual slave. He's kind of a slave to fate, but but he's actually a good enough. He's actually a good character. You know, he's beyond what, you know, beyond his backstory. There's more to him than that. Nu, sympathy points come from her backstory. And, you know, there's a growing hint of, you know, maybe she doesn't want to be part of this. But there's no moment of weakness for her. There's only offhand comments from Ragnar, and that's it. And even then, it didn't mean nothing in the end. And since, you know, Ragnar's gone, Central Fiction is over, what's next? You got Alternative Dark War, they had that little design to where she looks kind of like, you know, she's wearing Ragnar's clothing, but that's not here nor there. It's not even out yet, so I can't make a judgment on her. And even then, it's a mobile game that most likely gonna be canned, but it's a freaking mobile game, dude. You really think you're gonna get the best part of the character in a goddamn mobile game? Hell no. That's stupid. I still think Alternative Dark was a dumb idea. It is. I'm still hyped for it. It's a dumb idea, especially when, like, if I guess right, Nu's gonna be an important character, kinda, and she's gonna, like, you know, probably be the Ragnar of the story. But even then, it's still stupid. If you have to wait to the outside the main story to get the better parts of the character, then what's the point, really? What's the point? But yeah, Nu is crazy. You know, she's a crazy character. It's not even a fun or, like, serious kind of crazy. Like, where I'm meant to take Nu seriously, I can't. Really. When she's constantly tossing out sexual innuendo, all she does is think about and talk about Ragnar and how much she wants to kill him. And then all this robo-speak. And then, like, it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just babbling from her, you know? She doesn't have any good dialogue other than everybody's. The only dialogue people really quote is her freaking Ragnar yandere moments. Does she have any other quotes outside of that? Does she have any more outside of that? And then it pissed me off even more. It's like, oh no, she's gonna stab Ragnar in the back after all that crap he went through to save her. Now stabs him in the back, and Ragnar still, well, I mean, he didn't have his memories right at the time, but he still wanted to save her ass. And I'm thinking, damn, Ragnar, you're just wasting your time, dude. And what Maury said, Nu may be important when he's talking about Alpha. Nu may be important after the events of Central Fiction, but right now, she pretty much amounted to literally nothing as a character. You know, I was expecting like some kind of redemption arc for Nu, but no, she gets killed. She truly gets killed off in Continuum Shift, comes back and being nuts. Okay, and that's it. Like, I don't know if, like, you know, have at the end of Central Fiction that her losing her memories of Ragnar is, like, you know, now it could be tragic because, hey, Ragnar's the only thing that pretty much gave her a reason to live. You know, You know, her whole thing was about Ragnar. Now he's gone, what's Nu gonna do now? But, like, either I have to wait until the next BlazBlue game happens to explain that, or just deal with what I got. She got a sad ending. But I just don't feel sorry for her. I do not feel sorry for her, because if she was a better character, I would feel totally bad. I would feel really bad for her. I would feel really bad. Like, damn, man, that dude is the only reason she lived. But the problem is, like, we don't get more of that. We just know that she's nuts for Ragnar. And that was because of all the torture she suffered. And you know what? That'd be different if she had some bonding moments with Ragnar, not just some messed up Saya freaking after effect. Hell no. That's one thing I don't like about the whole Saya clone idea. It's like, yeah, they like Ragnar in their own way, but they themselves, as characters, are not attached to Ragnar. Now, maybe Lambda is. Actually, Lambda is. Noelle later, but like Nu, not really. She's just nuts for him. Like, they actually hung out with each other, and Ragnar tried to reform her in some way. At least that's something. You know, like, at least they hung out together, or at least got near each other without having to get into a fight every goddamn time. But no! It's just, oh, Ragnar, blah, 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 this. Kill you, become Black Beast. Blah, 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 that. Destroy the world. Blah, 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 that. Just all, it's nothing but that. Nothing. Like, I don't know, dude. And, like, it's some bull crap that she has, like, really high regeneration. That's why she keeps coming back. And I was like, really? Then what's the point of killing her, then? If she goes to keep coming back? Like, like, you couldn't seal her away? You couldn't trap her somewhere? Like, I wouldn't have cared as long as she just wouldn't be there. You know? And then I remember when she met Naruto and freaking CF. That was funny because she was like, "You're not Ragnar. You're not Ragnar." She thinks like, "You feel like Ragnar, but you're not Ragnar." It's like, it made me laugh a bit. Like, yeah. Everybody keeps saying he feels like Ragnar, even though, because he's pretty much his uncle. But the only good thing I got from Nu was in Calamity Trigger, because she kept putting them down. And like, you can't change anything. You can't do anything. You're useless. All you need to do is just die and fuse with me. At least that'll give your life purpose. She gave him crap, and I like that. That was good. It was dark. She was crazy, and it was a good angle for a time, but it got old like real fast. Essential Fish is just nothing but angry, and I was like, oh my god, she's like Tsubaki in a way. Like she is so much like Tsubaki, like with the whole just being just an angry, savage individual with feelings for a person. Except, Tsubaki didn't actively go out where he tried to kill Jin. And I did not. And another thing I remember is when, like, the reason Tsubaki got killed in one of her timelines was because Nu got jealous because she thought Ragnar was cheating on her with Tsubaki. That made me laugh. I was like, wow. Tsubaki gets murked for hating a guy, and Nu just thinks, oh my god, cheating on me, Ragnar. And, like, they're cheating, like, ugh. No, dude. Like, she's like, man, she's warped, but she's not good warped. Like, some characters have to have more depth to them than that. There has to be more to the characters than just me. She never shuts up. Holy crap. Especially in Japanese, dude. Oh my god, dude. When I was going through my retread of the series in Japanese, I don't like Kaneko Kondo anyway, but oh my god, Nu does not shut the hell up. Well, she does, but when she starts talking, she just keeps going and going, much like me. She just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. She never shuts up. She doesn't die, and it's always the same thing, it's like, I'll kill everything. I want to kill everything. I'll destroy everything. All the time. She's not even entertaining about it. She just, I want to kill everything. Blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. And you know what? I try to, give her some leeway near the end of Chronophantasma. Because, she actually got pissed at Ragnar for the first time in the series so far. She finally got pissed, at him for the very first time. And I was thinking, damn, man, Nu's about to get nuts, but that was just me thinking, Nu's unstable. I can deal with that kind of character. She's unstable as hell. But, like, it's just consistently, annoying and unstable, dude. She gradually got more and more nuts like Carl did. Like, over the course of the series, they both got nuts, like, more, but Carl became, more like Relius. And started to become more creepier and analyzing people less. He started thinking of more or less as people and more like machines, like his dad. And that was a cool angle. People get rip on Carl, but I did like him getting more, psycho as it went on. He started Dr. Chase's father because it was like father, like son. But Nu was just. At least Carl wasn't annoying about it. At least Carl had a goal, and a decent one at that. Like, all he wanted to do was save his sister. But, because of that, it turned him into a monster. With Nu, it's like all she wants to do is destroy the world. The world apparently tortured her. She hates the world. Okay. She wants to become a Black Beast and destroy the world, but that's like constant, man. That's all she talks about. This Carl had more depth to him than that. At least he had allies, for a short time. At least we know more of him other than just being giant tragic robot killy thing. And you know what? I don't like it, dude. I don't like her. I don't. I do not. Because after all, it's like Nu's it's like a waste of time. Like, Ragnar wasted his time trying to go save her because he got stabbed. He cried over her and just wait. It's like, what was the point of that then? What was the point of Continuum Shift's ending? That crap was emotion. That was a good, hard-hitting moment. If Nu came back and was like a vegetable, yeah. Different story, but... Nah, man, I don't like her. I don't. I honestly don't. She's just... Why? Nu was a good idea for a character, She could have been really great. But... I don't know, man. It's just all she wants to do is just become one with Ragnar to destroy the world. And, I could have dealt with that angle if it wasn't just so annoying to constantly have to deal with, She didn't have to get redeemed, She just had to be a villain that thought more of her own. And I would have cared. But for Nu, I don't personally like her at all. And I don't think it's going to change until she actually gets better as a character. And hopefully she does. But that's not here or now. That's not here now because it hasn't happened yet. Maybe she'll stay catatonic forever. I don't know. We gotta see what BlazBlue 5 comes out, if it ever does. And even then, who's going to replace Ragnar if they even make it a fighting game again or whatever. But there is no BlazBlue 5 coming out. Everything's focused on Cross-Tag and Alternative Dark War if that ever does come out. But other than that, I think I'm done talking about Nu. It's just... Why? I'm done. I'm done talking about Nu. I'm done. Cool design. Crap character. Hey, you know what? If you like Nu, you know what? Go ahead. I'm not going to judge you for what you like. But me personally, I just personally do not find Nu a good character at all. She's just... At least with Platinum, at least Platinum's by design was seemingly supposed to be annoying. But Nu is just a one-track mind the entire series, and that's just... She doesn't have more angles to her than that, other than just being crazy. So, other than that, I'm done. I'm out. I'm getting out, guys. I'll see y'all next time. Hope you have a great day and all that jazz. Peace out.